It's Friday, and it means it's time for another episode of That's the Shoot. It's your boy AJ Trip. We're gonna put over and bury three things in the world of wrestling, and then we're gonna talk about a particular subject at the end. This week, we're gonna give you my NXT Takeover and Survivor Series predictions. But first, let's go ahead and let's put over a couple things. The first thing is the Becky face turn. Now, I'm gonna say that this was a face turn, and hopefully it was, because listen, I will put this out here right now. I've said this on this channel before. I was such a fan of the Becky heel turn. I thought that it's exactly what is needed. It was what was needed. Sometimes, and we'll get to this in a second. Um, Sometimes a heel turn is just good for the character, which is why we've always talked about, John Cena and Roman Reigns or something like that. Turning them heel for a change in character, or just to go along with the crowd, right? Something like that. So when Becky turned heel, I was all for it, and I was all about it. Now, again, I think they completely miscast it. There's no way that they should have come out the next Tuesday in a, in a, in in that smart laden crowd and tried to get her to get booed by talking about the crowd. It should have been the next week, but but for whatever reason, it wasn't going to go down. And then they wanted to do this thing where they wanted to kind of have her be this, they wanted her to be healed, but not wanted her to somehow like take it out on the crowd. And I just, what? It makes sense. If she's a heel, which means that she has to do stuff with the crowd. You know, everybody else does it. I mean, before Elias turned heel, Elias did it. You know, Kevin Owens would do it. All the heels would do it. So why not her? So I never got that. But the fans just wasn't going to let the WWE turn her heel, unfortunately. And so and with this excuse me, and with this whole thing with the WWE, SmackDown versus Raw, things like this, and what happened with Nia Jax this past Monday in the Punch. I think they really saw that this is a perfect time to say, okay, let's go ahead, let's scrap it, let's make her, let's turn her back face, and at the same time, let's see if we can get these people to stop booing Charlotte, because these women they were starting to boo Charlotte because she was head to head against Becky. So I think what they did on Tuesday was really good. They had her pick Charlotte to replace her, and they did a hug, did a kind of a hug thing, and so I kind of think that was, I kind of think that was maybe the right way to go. I know some people were like, well, why is she hugging her? I mean, why is it? Why they just had this thing. Well, while on the surface it may not look as sense. You would think that with all that they've been through, and with all that they've been through, that there's still love there, there's still respect there, right? I mean, this was not this was not Paige and Charlotte from a couple years ago when Paige said what she said about her brother. Now, if Becky would have just said something like that, or Charlotte would have said something like that, and it would, and then yeah, you'd be like, no, you can't go down that route. But this was about being the best. Who was the best? Who was the man when it came between those two women, right? And even though there was some some jumping from behind and some cheap tricks from Becky and everything like that, you know, you can at least I certainly can. I can turn around and see the respect, that they still would have and love they still would have for one another. So I was perfectly fine with that. And now hopefully now that since Charlotte has got Becky's blessing, maybe Charlotte would now get she would stop getting the booze as well. So I think that was a perfectly played by WWE, a way to go ahead and just scrap the heel turn for right now. I think that hopefully they do come back to it at some point. Maybe there's not right now. Um, maybe when they find a more popular woman, or when they or a female, or maybe when they um, or a more popular guy that she can screw over, something like that. I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's just gonna is gonna happen. So I thought that's perfectly played by WWE, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. So the Brian heel turn, and I referenced this a minute ago. Sometimes a heel turn can be in change of can have that can be that thing, the change of character that you need. And I think Daniel Bryan turning heel was awesome. I really do. Apparently he's been wanting to turn heel for a while now, so that he can have a little change in his character, and that's good. That's good. Some people, a lot of old school Daniel Bryan fans will tell you that the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, uh, the heel version when he was on the Indies, in particular in the Ring of Honor, that was the best Bryan Danielson. That was the best one, the heel one. So who knows how this is gonna go down, right? Who knows how this is gonna go down? But I think I like it. I hope the fans, and here's the thing anyway. When Dan Bryan was a heel, when he, with Kane, and he was doing the fans were still doing yes, they were still. This is how the fans are going to be now. But what I hope the WWE stays strong with this. I hope that they don't sit up and say, well, the fans are still cheering Daniel Bryan. No. Let's hope that Daniel Bryan. Let's hope that they stay Daniel Bryan. They keep this Daniel Bryan heel turn on for a long time. I think this could be fantastic. I think it could be a great change of the character, and then So let's just say, let's look down the road, right? So let's just say maybe. So let's just say maybe February, March of 2020, right? February, March of 2020. That would probably be around 16 months. Yes. Bros right now. Somebody else has become a bigger and badder heel, right? And then you can turn Bryan babyface. You can be the underdog again, and have it go to WrestleMania, and all can be well. But I think this is something that I think again is good. I know some people again I'm really not for it, but I think you have to be. I think you have to be about it, because listen, you know we kayfabe is not kayfabe is dead, right? So why are you upset at why are you upset at somebody who turns heel, who doesn't turn heel? Somebody who, there are many people out there who enjoy the heels. You can still enjoy Daniel Bryan. It's not like if you go to the show, yes, you should play along, boo Daniel Bryan, but enjoy the matches. If he's doing funny stuff or anything like that, have a laugh or something like that. But otherwise, this isn't as bad as people think it is. Becky's heel turn wasn't as bad as people thought it was. This is not as bad as people thought it is. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's play along with this. Let's see where they're gonna go with this now. I also want to put over the third and final put over. I want to put over their um their thing for the mixed match challenge. They came out earlier in the week saying that the winners of the mixed match challenge, the prize would be getting the number 30th entrant in the male and female Royal Rumble. So whoever would win, they would get the 30th entrant. And unlike my berries that I'm going to talk about, I think this is a great idea. It is always, I think it is always, when you're doing something like this, something that is not akin to like the normal story that you are doing, that you're trying to tell. It is always good to have some type of other reason for doing this. So why are you doing this other than, now, in last year it was for charity, which was okay. More than okay, right? And so this year it didn't say it was for charity. So why are you doing it? So I'm glad that they have announced that the winners of the Mixed Match Challenge will get the number 30th entry in the Royal Rumble. I like that. It says it would be a reason why. It would be a reason why. At least somewhere like Natalia would pick Kevin Owens, you know, as their partner, or why Bobby Lashley, when he was babyface, would go with Mickey James or something like that. Why Miz and Oscar would be together, things like that. So I think that was what was a good one. So I, I like that little bit of play going into this mixed match challenge, and I find that to be a good prize for the winners. So let's bury a few things. The first thing that I want to bury are the bait and switch stuff. I'm so sick and tired of it. What I'm talking about is on Monday Night Raw, Ruby Riott came out and she's talking about how she was so sorry that she broke Natalia's glasses. No, I'm not psyched. Nobody falls for it. It's been done. What, at least 5 times this year, mostly by Alexa Bliss. What's the face? Carmella did it a couple times. I mean, it's just you can't do it. You can't. It's not. It doesn't need to be done anymore. And that leads to a bigger discussion, something that we may talk about down the line, which is, for as much as the division has grown, and for as much as the thing is, the evolution, women's evolution has become as big as it's become. There are still some things that they still just pigeonhole the girls into, right? They just pigeonhole them into, like, it is, turning on your best friend. It is being catty towards each other. It's, quote unquote, maybe slut shaming, as some people were saying that Ronda was doing with Nikki Bella or whatever. So yeah, it's almost like it's they're pigeonholing them into one thing. They're not giving them deeper true stories. Wouldn't like okay, so like if you're gonna do, best friend turning on each other, right? Wou- shouldn't it be just more elaborate than just you know than just what they've been doing, you know? Um, I think that it needs to be something that is almost what like this week. Dean Ambrose, he told Seth Rollins, he almost gave him that he felt the reason why he turned on him was that he just felt that the Shield had made him weak. Nothing more, nothing less, right? Now maybe we might get more, but that's what he says at this. So that's what they're doing. And we're just taking at his word. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the fact he just felt that he was weak, and to get his, to make him feel like he was more stronger, he needed to do this. So why can you do that? No, why couldn't that? Why can't that be Charlotte and Bailey? For instance, right? They was talking about all that talk when they were going through all of their stuff earlier in the year, and she talked about how how Sasha loved Bailey. So why couldn't that have been like part of it? That my love for you has made me weak, so I have to hate you now to get back to being the boss. I would, I could get down with that, right? But I don't know. But anyway, just we got to stop doing that false bait and switch crap. It is just it's god awful. The other thing I want to put over in Barry are the reasons for this Survivor Series. Now, I understand that the rumors are that they were not originally going to go down this route. They were not going to go down Raw versus SmackDown route. Unfortunately, the Roman Reigns illness caused them to go ahead and do that. That's what they're going ahead and change it, and that's what they're going ahead to do. Personally, I have no problems with it. I have no problems with doing the Raw versus SmackDown. I have no problems with it. However, I think that it needs to be more than just fighting for because of Raw, because you are on Raw, right? And it has to be just because it has to be more than just because you're fighting because you're on SmackDown. There needs to be something more. Again, just like with the Mismatch Challenge at the Royal Rumble, the winners get the 30th entry into the Royal Rumble. There needs to be something to fight for like this, like saying that if there are 7 matches, right? So let's just say the women women's championship, the secondary titles, the tag titles, the world titles, the 5-on-5 men's, and then the 5-on-5 women's, right? So those 7 matches. Right? This is it. Those 7 matches, right? Because that's 7, right? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. No, that's 6. Yeah, it's 6. I can't count. So then you add another match, right? You add another match where it's just a one-on-one match, or it's like what they did, the New Day and the Shield, whatever you wanted to do, right? Another match. So yeah, 7 matches, best 4 out of 7. And the winner, that the brand with all the winning brand, each person on the winning brand wins something. Maybe like an extra bonus $250,000. So you want that? So it would make sense that you know heels and faces would bond together. For the 5-on-5 matches because they want that extra 250 grand in their paycheck. You know, or something else, or something like that. I actually think that's really the biggest thing is the money. Is money. 'Cause I think that's the only thing to do because like you can't do. I guess you could do like 30th in like the winning brand would get but that would almost be almost be like for the um for like a singles match. That would be like a singles match, type of deal. Like the winner would win a or for instance, like if they're gonna like next year, if they're gonna do this next year, if they were to do this next year, and that seventh match would be the mixed match challenge finale, where a team from Raw, a mixed match challenge team from Raw would go up against a mixed match challenge team from SmackDown, and then the winners of that match would get the 30th spots in the Royal Rumble. So then you would do it like that. But I do think they need to add something to the to this if they're gonna do this again. They need to do something to it so that it makes sense why there would be certain things going on and why maybe rivalries or storylines would be stopped or put on hold for the time being while they do this. That being said, I'm not sure again that next year they're going to do this. I think that next year they're just going to they probably will just continue with and they'll just do like regular Survivor Series. I think that I kind of think that's the way they should go. They should just go right, or maybe they should have one. Maybe they should have one match. Maybe you should still have um, 3 matches that are just SmackDown only matches. Maybe like the championship match, maybe some type of other match, and then maybe a 5-on-5 match with them, and then maybe you want to have a same thing on Raw, championship match, the Universal match, or something like that, and then have a 5-on-5 Survivor Series type match, for them, and then the finale would be the Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5, elimination match, and then that is when you can do, and even for that, but still, you still need a gimmick for that, and then that would be like where the money would come in. So, I do think if they're gonna do this again, they need to add a gimmick like money for this because fighting for brand loyalty, I don't think no longer is anything that is worth a damn. And I know there was only 2 berries, but those are really only 2 things that kind of got me, iffy this week. So, believe it or not, so we're just gonna go right into the main part of the episode, and that's the NXT Takeover and Survivor Series predictions for this weekend's pay-per-views. And first, let's talk about the NXT Takeover Wargames Part 2. We've got some matches here that are going to be incredible. We've got Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano is now a heel. And so that's going to be very interesting. I think that's going to be a fun match. We know what these 2 guys can do in the ring. I think it's going to be incredible. I am predicting that Johnny Gargano wins. I think they need to keep his momentum, going. Going as this could be a really really big thing for everybody and for a big thing in Johnny Gargano's career. Um, then we've got Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane in a 2 out of 3 falls match for NXT Women's Championship. I think this could be very, very good. I'm gonna pick Shannon Baszler. I think one team NXT doesn't do too often is they don't do title switches like that very quickly unless they need to. So unless Shayna is hurt or something like that, I would expect Shayna to come out on top. But I think this could be, this could really steal the show because Shayna has gotten better and better over time. And in my opinion, Shayna's best match came with Kairi Sane when Kairi Sane first won the NXT Women's Championship. So there's that. Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream for the NXT title. Um, I've said this time and time again. I am a Dream guy. I think Dream is the person that, he is the true. I said it in my last week about who's next. Who's the next big star that WWE needs to focus on. And I think it's Dream. I really do think it's Velveteen Dream. I think he's got it all. He's got the in-ring ability. The gimmick is pretty good. It's very good. And I just enjoy his work. So we're gonna see what happens between Tommaso Ciampa and Velveteen Dream. As much as I would like to see him win the NXT title, I'm hoping he don't. I'm picking Tommaso Ciampa for basically just for to have him keep it right because I kind of think that Velveteen Dream. Here's what I would like to. I would like to see Velveteen Dream maybe get it next year at the Takeover in New York before WrestleMania. Have him get it during that one, then have him hold it for a year. Have him drop it to the next big thing, whether that's Matt Riddle or whoever in NXT. Have him drop it then, and then have him make the main roster debut maybe in 2020. It's in 2020. Make his main roster debut there, and then have him become the guy then. But I'm not going to be upset if Dream wins it. But I'm predicting, and I'm kind of hoping it's Tommaso Ciampa. And then the all-in-all War Games match. Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and the War Raiders taking on Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, the Undisputed Era. Last year, I thought it was great. I rated it 5 stars. A lot of fun in this match. I think that this, I kind of like the way they went to the 3-on-3-on-3. But I think they're gonna go old school with this one, right? It's just 4-on-4, and then this past Wednesday, Undisputed Era won a match, so as the heels should do, they'll get the advantage, meaning that they'll get the second man in, and then they'll get the 5th man in and the 7th man in. So they will always have an advantage. It's never gonna be a +1 for the baby faces. It's gonna be +1 for the heels, and so it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna say that that the Undisputed Era is gonna win this one. It just makes sense. I think. I don't know who's gonna take the fall, but I would expect that it's going to be the folks of Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. The Undisputed Era, I feel, are going to win War Game. Now, usually takeovers have 5 matches. There are only 4 matches because they are doing the 2 out of 3 falls match, and they also are doing the War Games match. So there's only 4 matches, for this takeover. But I'm predicting that once again, this takeover they're probably going to be way better than the Survivor Series. I'm going to say right here, right now, that we're going to have all matches. They're going to be over 4 stars, at least. At least. Now on to Survivor Series. The last minute changes and everything like that, but let's go ahead and let's go through this. We have the kickoff show. It is going to be the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Elimination Match. We're going to have 5 tag teams, 10 men. Jesus Christ. So for Raw, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are the captains. And then we have the Ascension, the Lucha Hearts Party, the Revival, and the B Team. Going up against the Usos, who are the captains, with the New Day, the Colognes, Sanity, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. This is going to be on the pre-show. This is going to get the crowd hype. And so, I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to say that the winners would be SmackDown in this one. I'm going to say the New Day and the Usos are going to be the survivors. The WWE Cruiserweight title match is on the line as Mustafa Ali takes on champion Buddy Murphy. I think they still are going with Buddy Murphy. His match with Cedric Entertainment. Cedric the Entertainer. This match with Mustafa Ali.
What did you say, nigga?
No. Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's take 3. His match with Cedric Alexander at Super Showdown stole the show, and it was incredible. Good moment for the man, and so I think him and Mustafa Ali are gonna do a great job. But I think Buddy Murphy's gonna retain the Cruiserweight title. The 5-on-5 women's elimination Survivor Series match. Nia Jax, Tamina Snuka, Ember Moon, Natalya, and Ruby Riott for Raw are taking on Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, Carmella, and somebody to be announced for SmackDown. Now you don't know who this is going to be. It's going to be Charlotte, but obviously Charlotte now has to deal with Raw. So who could it be? Could it be Mandy Rose, right? Or could it be Mandy Rose? She had her doubts about it. You know, how come someone didn't pick her? Something like that. So could it be one of the Iconics? Peyton Royce or Billie Kay? Could they be on there? Could you have? Could someone defect from Raw? Could Bayley or Sasha could it be defect from Raw and then be put on SmackDown? And then be the team captain. Could it be an NXT call-up? That's something that is interesting. We'll have to wait and see. And actually, I said Ember Moon. It's Mickie James, isn't it? Yeah, my thing for Raw, it's wrong. It's actually Ember. No, it's actually I got Ember Moon. It's actually Mickie James. So maybe it could be Ember Moon could switch over to Raw and then be part of that team. That being said, they are building up Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka for Ronda Rousey. So I'm going to pick Raw wins this one, and I'm going to say that it's Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. One of those two, or both of them, are the sole survivors. The 5-on-5 traditional men's Survivor Series match. Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley versus Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy, The Miz, Samoa Joe, and Rey Mysterio. It's very interesting. I don't know where necessarily where they would go here. Obviously, I think Raw's going to win because if Raw wins, Braun Strowman is going to get his hands on Baron Corbin. So I think they're going to do it like that. So I think that's the way. My thing is I'm wondering how are they going to do the survivors. Because my gut says that they actually may just have all 5 men on the Raw side win. That's what my gut might say. Because maybe it's just a beatdown, and then Braun Strowman comes in last, and Braun Strowman just kills everybody. You know, out goes Miz, out goes Ray, out goes Smojo, out goes Shane, out goes Jeff, and then all 5 members of the entire Raw team is the survivors. So, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and go with that. So, Raw wins the men's elimination match as well, with Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and the rest of the team all being the sole survivors. Raw versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions are facing each other. The Authors of Pain versus The Bar. And I think this one is going to go to The Bar. I really do. I think this one is going to be incredible. I think if everybody here is motivated to do so, this one could be flat out the best that you've ever seen from the Authors of Pain. And I think Sheamus and Cesaro, we know what they can do. They can get it done. So, which, by the way, as I speak that, there was a rumor like about a year ago, earlier this year or maybe sometime this year, that Sheamus was going to have to retire because he was having the same thing, the curvature of the spine. He's still going though. He doesn't wrestle, a lot anymore, but he's still going. So, but my predictions are SmackDown Tag Team Championships off The Bar will win. I mean, maybe the Big Show will get in there as well. So right now, according to my things, I've got SmackDown winning 2 matches and Raw winning 2 matches, and I got 3 matches left. Another Raw versus SmackDown match: Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Obviously, this was supposed to be Becky Lynch. We know what happened. It's not going to be there. So what's going to go down? I'm not certain what's going to happen here. There are so many things that can happen. They can have. We talked about Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. They could obviously cost Ronda her first loss. So and have that be against Charlotte Flair. Becky could cause Ronda her first loss, and having that build up towards a match down the line. They can easily have Ronda go over Charlotte. They can have Ronda go over Charlotte in this one, and it would be okay. But we'll see. But and I think we'll also see, we'll really truly see where Ronda is. Is Ronda getting better, or is she just staying stagnant? Here's what I would just say. She had maybe the greatest debut of all time, right? The greatest debut of all time. Then that second match against Nia Jax was absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely incredible. And ever since then, I mean, the stuff that she's done has been okay. It's been wild. It's not been terrible. She doesn't have a dud on her list, but it does seem like that maybe she does, and maybe that's our fault. Maybe that's just who she is. She's just average. She's just average in the ring. She's just average in the ring. And that first one was just so incredible that we can't, that we expected more greatness, and it's just not coming. At least not yet. It's almost like the NFL quarterbacks, right? Like here in Chicago, we want Mitch Trubisky to be, to be great, like Patrick Mahomes, but maybe he's gonna need another year or two to get that, and maybe that's the same thing with Ronda. We're just gonna need Ronda to be, she's just gonna be average for the next year or so, but she is gonna turn out to be good at some point down the line. But no matter what, I think she's in the ring with perhaps the best female wrestler in the business right now, and that's Charlotte Flair. So I'm gonna expect this one to rock and roll, and I'm going to say that Ronda Rousey does win, and she does beat Charlotte Flair. Another Raw versus SmackDown match. Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins versus United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. For me, this one is like a no-brainer. It's Shinsuke. He's going to win because Seth Rollins is about he's got his mind focused on Dean Ambrose, and that's all he sees is in his picture. He sees Dean Ambrose. So to me, this was without question. It doesn't even need to be talked about anymore. You might even see Dean Ambrose cost Seth Rollins the match, but anyway it goes, it's Shinsuke Nakamura. So after that, we've got 3-on-3. 3 wins for Raw, 3 wins for SmackDown. And I don't know if this is the main event, but I'm just doing this last. It's going to be Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. I'm sure that the probably since Shane McMahon's in the middle, it's probably going to be the 5-on-5 men's match be the last one. But I'm just doing this last because that's how I have it down here on my screen. So we have Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus new WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. I don't know I don't know what's gonna happen with this one. I really don't. I don't know if this is gonna be a squash. The rumor was that the SummerSlam match a few years ago, that when Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena with the 15, 16 German suplexes, that was supposed to be Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was supposed to take that beating. But obviously he got injured and it did not, and it did not work out into plan. So I wonder what they're gonna do here. Now, Daniel Bryan is now a heel, and Brock Lesnar is pretty much a heel as well. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know if they're gonna try to have a match or if this is gonna try to be a squash for Lesnar, or what's it going to be. Or they might even do the thing where Daniel Bryan says, "I'm not getting in a ring with Brock Lesnar. I'm just not going to do it. I'm better than him." Maybe he might heel on him, and then maybe it's AJ Styles anyway. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that I just see I don't think they're not going to have Brock Lesnar lose to Daniel Bryan. So I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar. So, meaning that Raw, once again, will win the SmackDown versus Raw stuff. And they will win by another thing of 4-3. And, again, like I said earlier, doing the Barry segment of Put Over and Barry. I have no problem with the Raw versus SmackDown stuff. However, if you're gonna do Raw versus SmackDown next year, there needs to be a gimmick. The winning brand wins. The wrestlers on the winning brand gets money or something, or gold or jewelry or something. They need to fight for something more than just brand loyalty. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I know this was a long version of That's a Shoot, but I appreciate you guys staying with me and watching and everything like that. I truly appreciate it. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me guys what you thought about anything I had to say and Put Over and Barry, my NXT Takeover Wargames predictions, or my Survivor Series predictions. Anything, post down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I should add that Saturday night, I will be doing a rapid reaction to NXT Takeover Wargames, and then Sunday, even though my Bears will be on, if my Bears are still on, if my Bears are still on, after Survivor Series goes off, then I will still do a rapid reaction after my Bears go off. Because my Bears are playing the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football. So if my Bears are still on after Survivor Series goes off, it may take a little while. That's why you want to click. That's why you want to click the notification bell so that when I do go live, you can jump in and we can talk about what went down on Survivor Series. So, but I will be doing a rapid reaction to both NXT Takeover and Survivor Series. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.